Aqua gang. What it do, you guys? I'm sorry, let me calm down. Calm down. What's up? You already know it's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general love message just for new love, y'all. Okay, that's why I'm so hyped. The energy is nice. It's feeling real nice. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guys, please give us exactly what we need to know. Give us all the deets. We need all the details, baby. All of it. All of it. Don't leave nothing out. Don't leave nothing out. Don't leave no stone unturned, please. For my Aquarius soul family, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, these messages are general, of course, okay? Take what resonates with you and leave the rest for whoever else it's here for, as it gets very detailed, guys. Every detail is not for everybody. Use your intuition to guide you towards the messages that are here for you today. Okay? All right. If you do not mind, take a moment, click that like button before we get started. You know what I'm saying? That is the admission fee for our reads here on this channel. I know we don't mind. You know, we are the humanitarians of the zodiac. I say we. Y'all know I'm an Aquarius too. So support your girl. It helps people find us on this platform, guys. It helps our energy circulate across this platform. Okay? It helps us apply that Aquarian pressure. So click that subscribe button as well if you have not done so already, if you want to make it official and become a part of our gang. Okay, so one more thing, guys, there is more information linked down below for if you're interested in getting on the waiting list for a personal read, if you want to follow your girl or follow our gang on Instagram, merch, all of that good stuff down below in the description box. I don't want to spend too much time on that because I don't want to lose what they're saying to me, and I feel like the downloads are coming a mile a minute. It started even before I pressed record. Okay, the energy often starts during what is called a pre-shuffle, right? That's when I cleanse the energy and I clear our airways, I sage, all of that good stuff, do a pre-meditation, and sometimes we get a pre-shuffle, sometimes we don't. Now today, it was like a plot twist or some shit. I first heard that we're not doing a pre-shuffle. We're not pulling any cards. But then it switched like very suddenly right before we began the reading, where we just have these two cards. Now this is the Moonology Tarot deck. And the cards that we have coming out is Bring Love into the Situation. New Moon in Aquarius. Very first card to come out. So you're showing up in this reading first. Okay? Do you know how I'm reading that? I feel like you're putting yourself first. A lot more these days, a lot more than you used to, more than ever. And I feel like that's going to be a standard for you, okay? You're no longer placing people and other things before yourself, because you can't be there for other people if you ain't even there for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like just the way that you have recalibrated your own energy and you're now redirecting it and focusing on you in whatever way that might be in your life, because it's going to be different for all of you how that resonates. You're pouring very much your whole full cup into the things that you desire, the things that you want, the things that you love, the things that you need, the things that make you feel good, the things that speak to who you are authentically. Okay, whenever I pull the Moonology oracles, if I see a card with a moon in Aquarius, that speaks to me in reference to your higher self. So I feel like you're tapping into that energy and definitely ascending. So you've already gone through some form of an awakening or transition, for me to say ascension, and I feel like you are leveling up. This is why the energy is so ripe. That's what I'm hearing. You ripe for the picking, baby. You real sweet on them, okay? Not soft, but real sweet. People are attracted to your aura. People are attracted to what you're doing, what you have going on. Even if what you're doing is setting boundaries, right? Shit that toxic people would not like. The people who are on your level and who are vibrating at your frequency, that shit is attractive to them. That doesn't intimidate them. That doesn't make them mad, sad, none of the above, right? It allows them to see that you also value yourself. And that is, I just love it, you guys. I'm really feeling this energy. Now, the next card that we have is balance, spirituality, and practicality. So we have full moon in Pisces. And the way that I was reading this more specifically is, okay, so we may have a Pisces here somewhere in the mix. There are definitely two fish here, right? So I feel like someone is honing in on you and you will be honing in on them, but it comes as a surprise. Remember I said we're not supposed to have any form of a pre-shuffle, okay? But then last minute. So it gives me very spontaneous energy, adventurous, during the meditation, it was kind of not hard for me to quiet my mind, but it was hard for me to be still. Meaning, I was able to get into a meditative state, but I still felt like this excitement. So it is what people would call, I guess, butterflies. What people would call, you know, just that thing, you know, giddy energy, right? Like smitten. I even felt the need to like want to dance, like do a two-step, do a little cha-cha-cha, a little twerk some. Like, I feel like that's the vibe, that's the energy between you and this person, whoever this person is, okay? Now, when it comes to new love, you guys, this could be somebody that you are getting ready to meet or encounter here in your next cycle, or somebody that you have just encountered, right? Very new. New vibes, new energy. It's very rare that in my new love readings, it's an old person. If it is, it's not someone that you would have already had a relationship with. That's not how I read the cards. It's rarely an ex. It's usually somebody who you may have been friends with that you then want to make a new connection with romantically, or it's a new person altogether, right? I just love this energy. I do. So the dancing, they bringing that back up. So this might be somebody who really enjoys music. That might be something that you enjoy yourself, like almost like it's therapeutic. There's something about music that speaks to you. You listen to it when you're happy. You listen to it when you're sad. You listen to it when you need to be uplifted. You listen to it when you need to just vibe out. It's a constant in your life. And I feel like that's something that the two of you will connect on. There's also that dancing quality there as well. So this may be somebody who just, you know, they either are really into dancing, that might be their career, that might be something that they are passionate about, or that's just spirit speaking to like the lightheartedness of the connection initially. And I feel like that's why it takes a surprising turn, because the two of you connect. It feels very flirty, okay, very innocent almost, right? Like it's a total vibe, yes, but there's a lot of fun. Okay, so there's that music, there's that dancing. I see bottles popping. I see, you know, going out. You possibly agreeing to do certain things that in the past you probably would have not done, right? Like, I'm not saying you out here risking it all, but you are being a little bit risky, okay? And I feel like it's because this person makes you feel comfortable. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel pressed. It doesn't feel, it feels authentic, right? It feels very easy. And that allows for things to unfold organically. And before you know it, boom, it's like, damn, do I like you? For real? Like, do I like you for real? Like, do I like you as in we can go somewhere further than just hooking up or just hanging out or just doing the fun shit? That attraction grows in a very lighthearted kind of energy. And that's also why you don't view it as, I'm not jumping into anything. You know, if it's one thing that can scare an Aquarius off, it is people who move too fucking fast, because it's like, you don't even know me. Like, that's a red flag, right? I feel like the two of you take the time to get to know one another, and it's just fun. Okay, this is somebody that you are able to have fun with. There's a lot of spontaneity in this connection. It takes a lot of twists and turns, but for the better. And I also feel like this person brings out a side of you that you thought was gone, you know? So, even though you're still very serious about letting people into your heart space, right, and energetically connecting with people on a soul level, especially romantically, there's something about this person where you don't feel like they're trying to infiltrate your space, right? You don't feel like they're trying to bogart their way in. The two of you you're just vibing. So it just so happens to really fall in place organically. That's the phrase that they keep using. Now let's pull a little bit of tarot here, okay? Those two fish in that card are screaming at me. It's giving like soulmate energy, right? Like plenty of fish in the sea, but it's almost giving the energy of like you found the soulmate, you found the other person. Even if there are other fish, when the two of you go out, right? You're in your own world. It's like only the two of you are there. Wow, we have the Ace of Cups. Nice. We also have the Page of Swords though, right? But the Four of Swords in the reverse is there, as well as the High Priestess. I love this. I feel like your intuition is at an all-time high. It's also what's allowing you to trust this, okay? Because I feel like if you've had any blockages with trusting yourself, trusting your judgment, trusting your intuition, that has all gone out the window, which is making it feel, like I said, just easier to navigate this. More effortless. You're able to actually open up and have fun in this rather than worrying about you know, what could possibly go wrong or what happened in the past, or all of that shit is out the window, okay? We do have the 10 of Pentacles, but that's off in the far distance. So I do feel like the potential for things to go all the way is phenomenal, even though I'll dig a little bit deeper in the extended to get some full details with that. I just wanted to gauge the overall general energy before we start pulling, like, you know, some details about exactly who this could be, so you can have an idea of who I'm talking about when meeting this person. Now, the fact that bring love into the situation was one of the first cards that came out. I feel like this doesn't start out as you viewing it as a love connection, okay? It's giving homie, lover, friend vibes, right? And it's just something that is someone that you feel very comfortable with, okay? This allows for your guards to be softened a bit, and it also allows for you to address whatever challenges or traumas you still may need to heal from as the two of you are courting one another and having a good time going out. But there will be a point in time when you'll realize that you don't have to worry about your choices, right? Or your judgment, okay? You're on par with what it is that you want. You will never go down the roads that you went down before, or accept some of the bullshit that you was accepting before, right? So it's okay to be free. It's okay to freely go into this and trust it, right? So there's that trust there. And I feel like this person, it's something about their energy that they make a lot of different people feel comfortable. And it's just because they have this authentic aura about themselves, right? It's just something that your intuition lets you know that this is not someone who you need to make pay for what happened in the past. Like, you're not even thinking about the past. The past doesn't even have a place in your mind, in your bandwidth. You're having so much fun. This just feels like a very fun connection. So much fun that you don't even realize you're falling in love. You see what I'm saying? Ugh, that's beautiful to me, okay? And I feel like that's exactly what you need when you date people with the intention of wondering, right, with that Page of Swords, wondering if this is the one, Ace of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and vetting people as such, especially if you haven't healed yet. Sometimes you put yourself in a position to overthink, overanalyze, overlook certain things, or dig too deep into certain things, right? I feel like this connection is not allowing you to do that, because you definitely feel very free. And this is somebody who allows you to, not allows you, this is somebody who doesn't press the issue about you being yourself. They don't make you feel weird. They don't make you feel lesser than, or they don't make you feel as if you have to hide who you are or the things that you want or your authentic ways of being. And that's also something that allows you to feel extremely free in this connection. This is the end of a cycle for you guys, okay? They're now pointing out this free yourself card to me. So it does appear that you may have been on someone's carousel, right? Their merry-go-round, round and round and round, but you have freed yourself, okay? And your intuition is allowing you to see that this is something that you can trust. You're getting answers without even having to ask for answers. So for me to say that this is somebody who is extremely transparent, see, yeah, look, but do their words match their actions though, right? And that's something that comes straight off the bat. This person, at every turn, even if you do test this person, they will pass with flying colors. They're not trying to hide anything, okay? Yeah, see, yeah, top shelf only. And I feel like that's the type of shit that you're on. You only want the best. You deserve the best. You only deserve what it is that you want. You don't have to settle. These are all things that you have either written down or said as affirmations and are materializing before you, right? Like it's your manifestations coming to pass. It says, wait to see all sides of this one, right? And I feel as though, as the two of you cultivate this friendship, because that is what it starts out as, you guys, okay? It starts out as a really deep friendship. It only deepens. I feel like there is a magnetism here. The two of you will want to spend a lot of time together. And because you don't feel that pressure of, oh, I'm dating someone to see if they're my 10 of Pentacles or my Ace of Cups. I'm dating this person to see if it'll work. I'm vetting this person to see if they are toxic. I'm vetting this person to see if we will be in a relationship. Because all that shit has gone out the window. not only are you having the time of your life, is what it appears, right? Some of the best times of your life, because I feel like this is just the beginning, of course. This person is also making you forget about like some kind of pact you may have made to yourself, because it doesn't appear that you're dating. It just feels like you're having fun. And they're earning your trust, okay? They're putting in the effort. They're putting in the time. This is somebody who will definitely check in with you a lot. They want to make sure the two of you are solid at all times. That is something else that will build upon this trust. But they make you forget about this pact that you made with yourself. Okay, don't force shit to fit. This seems very specific. So some of you may have promised yourself that in this cycle you're only focusing on you. You're not dating. You're not worried about love right now. You're worried about your career, or your finances, or your specific goals. Maybe you have a time frame or a time period in which you want to be single. All the things, right? So that's why this appears as a bit of a shock, because you don't go into this like, oh, we're dating to see if we're going to become exclusive. This really just starts out as a friendship that you have a lot of fun with this person. There is attraction, however, okay? The physical attraction is there. But again, there's that pact you either made to yourself on a subconscious level or verbally, okay, out loud, to not be jumping into shit, to not be going towards no relationships, none of that. I feel like this is something that you just stumble into. It's like you don't even realize that you're in love until you actually realize it. Like, girl, what? What are you talking about? That's what they said. That is what they said, okay? No second chances, period. Right. And I feel like you have a lot of rules moving forward. Okay, a lot of standards, a lot of expectations for people who want to spend time with you. Okay, I get that a lot of you have told yourselves that you will date, but you're not looking for anything serious. So you are just seeing what's out there by the time that you meet this person. And they're down with that as well. It's a very level-headed type of energy, you guys, okay? Practical. This person is practical, okay? It says, I can change your life. Exactly. Now, this is something that this person knows, okay? They definitely have an inkling that you might be their person with these two fish in this card, right? That soulmate energy. But this is not the type of person that wants to force the issue or force things. They like things to move organically as well. It's no doubt in their mind, okay? Even if they don't share it with you immediately, their intuition lets them know that 10 of Pentacles is what's possible between the two of you, okay? You get along very well. You share a lot of the same morals, a lot of the same values, possibly a lot of the same goals. And again, it's just a very lighthearted, flirty type of energy. There's no pressure, so it allows for things to grow and flourish is the word that they're using. That is so beautiful. Not somebody tricking you into love. You're like, girl, is it a trick? It's not a trick, you guys. You may think that you tricked yourself into this shit because you are so willing to step outside of your box or step outside of yourself and really free yourself and move forward towards something that you possibly would not have prior to healing. And you're going to be really surprised about how things change for you, okay? Let's see here. Wow. So this person will definitely have very strong feelings for you, possibly even feelings of love way before they ever say anything, okay? They're not trying to ruffle any feathers. They're not trying to force anything. They would rather just be in action rather than in words. Okay, so this is someone who is about action. They don't do a whole lot of talking about shit. That's where the spontaneous energy is coming from. It's like one day they just call you and they're like, let's go on a road trip. It's like, how long have you been thinking about that? I can't just take off work. They're like, you can't? You're like, let me see. Let me think about it. Let me get back to you. I'll call you back in 30 minutes. And before you know it, okay, you don't never call out of work all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are hanging out just on a whim, right? Or you don't go out on days where you know you have to work the next day, but this person is something about them. It's very spontaneous energy, and they're like that when it comes to relationships as well. So they don't do a whole lot of talking about the future. They're more about the here, the now. They're very aware. They're in the moment, okay? And it counts. Their moment to moment efforts and the way that they pour into people in the moment, all that shit counts. It counts way more than all of the bullshit that people would have possibly tried to feed you in the past, right? Those false hopes and shit to get you to invest in something that you don't really, that you have never, you don't have any proof that you'll actually get that shit, right? It's just words. That's not this person. No. They just show up with the shit, okay? So this is the type of person who you might not never see it coming, and then the two of you are on a date and they're just like, oh yeah, I gotta, you know, I have something for you, and it's like a ring, right? Or I have something for you and it's like, well, I want to talk to you about how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to get married. Like, are you ready? You know, are you ready to be together? Like, this is that type of person. They're more about action, right? Like, so what do you think about moving in together? And it's like, well, damn, well, when? What are you talking about? Like, how soon are we talking? They're like, I mean, my lease is up next month. You're like, what? Right? Fast. They're about action. They're not about, you know, talking about shit over and over and over and over. They rather just be about it in that moment, so that you know it's real. That's what I heard. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. Harmony. There we go, right? And I feel like the two of you are like on one accord. You see what I'm saying? I mean, the vibes in this connection are unmatched, you guys, okay? We have distance, and that's in the reverse. I do feel like the two of you will spend a lot of time together. You won't even realize it, okay? You're not even going to realize that you are just as into this person romantically, that is, that they are into you. And you may even not notice how much time you're spending with this person, okay? You may have like a aha moment one day and like, damn, we done seen each other every day this week. Right? That just might be a random thought. You don't even realize it until the 7th day in a row that you've seen them. You see what I'm saying? It's really beautiful, you guys. It is. Look at that. Friendship. I love this. I love this. And I feel like you've cultivated relationships in the past where you were sleeping with the enemy, in a sense, right? Or you were in connection with somebody who wasn't even your fucking friend. I mean, it gotta start there, right? Like, if it's one thing that I feel like we could agree on, don't leave me hanging. Get down in them comments. Let me know if I'm right. Am I hitting the nail on the head? Like, I feel as though the majority, as a collective, us Aquarians, like, that's the foundation, bitch. Like, if you're not my friend, then how the fuck can we move on to lovers? I mean, got to go in sequence now, right? Like, got to go in order. That makes sense, logically. That's how we think. And I feel like maybe in the past, you know, just depending on what things you may have had to heal from, or what things that you accepted because of your traumas that you didn't realize, that you were dealing with individuals who you didn't even have a friendship with. And you were trying to cultivate a whole marriage or union with this person, and they're not even your friend. Okay, they would turn on you in a minute, right? Knock you down in a minute, right? Like, so to get to this point where it does feel very harmonious, where it does feel like this is somebody who really cares, this is somebody who respects you, okay? How can you really love somebody without respect? You see what I'm saying? Friendships are built on respect first and foremostest, right? And then you have the things that the two of you may be compatible in, right? Compatibility, and then you have your interests, and then you have, you know, just the overall energy, but respect. And I feel as though that's what's allowing this to unfold so beautifully. And without the pressure of your mind, you overthinking or you overanalyzing, and them as well. For some of you, this may be another Aquarius, just because of all of the similarities, but not necessarily. They just may have some air placements in their chart, right? They're now pointing out Aquarius and Pisces as air and water. And I feel like this is a very subtle tsunami, right? Air and water. It's very impactful and powerful, but because it's harmonious, you don't realize that it's really shaking shit up on a very subtle note and level, okay? Wow. Yep, open to receive. And this person is really showing you how it's really done. This doesn't feel forced at all. You don't even have to overthink the decisions that you make in this connection in reference to moving things forward, right? And actually beginning to express feelings of love or emotions with this individual. It's just, it comes very easily, you guys. It doesn't feel pressed or pushed or weird, you know? For some of you, you may get like that feeling. It's like a gut feeling in your gut, right? In the past. And it's like, ugh, this person is saying that they love me. It would be a challenge. Almost an uphill battle for you to say that shit back at times. And it was because that wasn't that just wasn't the connection, that it didn't fit. If you have to force shit, if it doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. You see what I'm saying? So let's go on over to the extended. I want to really dig in over there, get you some answers, get you some details so you can be aware of who I'm talking about. And this is the person, just in case some of you have more than one connection. This is the person, this is the one right here. This is the one to invest in. This is the one that I will go out on a limb and co-sign for. Okay, I would. Y'all know I don't do that often, right? So what we will do is see what you find most attractive about this person, what qualities is most attractive to you about them, and vice versa, what they find most attractive about you. This is going to allow you to know who I'm talking about. It's going to be very specific. Let's also see what a life with this person would entail once they have you. Does it change, right? That's important. I definitely want to make sure, like I said, I'm not leaving any stone unturned, so that you're not wasting your time. Okay, we'll make sure we get all the details. Okay, let's see what this person's purest intentions are for you in this connection. That's also very important to know, to be sure I'm not missing anything. Even though it feels great energetically, I still want to check. Let's also see, why are they currently single? La, 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 la. Okay, according to the divine, not them. We want the truth. People tell you anything, right? I want to know why. We're going to see the truth. Let's also see if there are any additional warnings or deal breakers possibly that you need to be aware of so that you can move accordingly for yourself and make the right decision. Okay. Then we would get the potential outcome. What is the potential for things to go all the way into union in the near future, right? We have the Ten of Pentacles as well as the Ace of Cups. Let's see how likely that is to happen within the next 6 months to a year or so. Okay, and then we will of course get your advice. This is going to be advice directly from your spirit guides in reference to the energy that you need to lean into, recalibrate, add more of, remove some of, etc., etc., in order to bring about the life that you desire of fulfillment and happiness, whatever that recipe is for you. Also to bring the manifestations that you are trying to call in into fruition in the least amount of time. Okay, and then as a little added bonus, for the bonus, okay, we're gonna go ahead and add our Ask the Universe read once again. I'll give you the floor to ask a couple questions to the divine, but I'll have some more instructions for that over in the extended. Okay, so without further ado, let's get up out of here. Okay, first click the like button now if you haven't done so already, please. Okay, please, as well as the subscribe button. All information for other things that I provide in services down below in the description box, as well as the link for this extended. It will be down below in the description box, and I'm gonna see y'all over there. All right, let's go get into this.